Hello guys, welcome to ZBrush Hard Surface Modeling. Today's topic is metallic weaponry with some kind of a sword or code weapon. I'm gonna start with you can start with anything you want to go for. I can, in this case, I'm gonna start with a polyplane 3D and drag that out. Because I don't have a design, right, I have to design it. Let me change the range of the background to a flat range. And let me change the material here. That's why I start with the plane so that I can draw the shape out. Now there are multiple ways you can do this. You can just use the masking. Oh, make sure that you make Polymesh 3D. And maybe Control D a few times. And then you can mask out to design the shape. Right, so let me do that here real quick. So I want some kind of a weapon that looks like this. It has a very strong blade in front. That's the back of it. And maybe I can have some variation in the back. Again, I have no idea what I'm doing here yet. Just design it. So maybe here I can have something like that, and then go back to the actual handle. Okay, I can maybe stretch that out a little bit, or this is just gonna be the blade part of it. Okay, so again, designing is hard, and the hardest part of the creation in my opinion. So you want to spend more time here to define it if you wanted to, right? I'm gonna go duplicate this guy and had the original design, and I can work on this guy now. Now for to extract this guy as a new model, you can Control W to isolate, give it a polygroup, Control Shift, click on it, and make sure that you delete the subdivision here, so delete lower, so that you have something like this. And then you can start to zero measure it. I'm gonna go for zero measure, right? And just do one zero measure for now. And that's going to give you some initial topology. Okay. Whoops. I think I didn't delete the hidden one. So let me go ahead and do the delay hidden. It's going to be underneath geometry modified topology, delay hidden here, which is on my custom UI right here. And then I do zero measure, and maybe I can have 3 target polygons just to make things easier. This is going to give it a simpler topology to work on. Okay, something like this, and I'm then gonna go for zero measure again, but change the polygon to half, and then zero measure one more time, and one more time, and one more time, until I'm getting a fairly low topology that I think I'm still having the shape, but it's gonna be different. Sometimes you have give you something like that, just Control Shift on the model and then delete hidden again, right? So let's say I'm happy with the polygon here. I still need to do some tweaking of the shape though, so let me go ahead and do that. So maybe you want this part to be sharper and this part to be sharper. Now it will give you some accidents right down the way when you're zero measuring it. To me that's actually a good thing. if because I'm still in kind of like the designing stage, when I was drawing those masks, I was thinking about bigger shape, not necessarily to be the last shape. So sometimes I would appreciate some changes down the way when it's doing the measure. Okay. I can make my brush bigger and tweak the overall bending here. If there's something I don't like, I can even also use the slice curve to slice it. Like maybe I think that part is too fat, so let me slice that out and delete hidden. Okay, reject that out. Let me make that sharper. I don't know about it. It's like every time when I'm designing it, I'm thinking like, is this good? Is that good? It's not an easy task in most of the cases. Okay. Anyway, so let's say this is okay. Sometimes I'm still thinking too much, like maybe that can be bigger. do some minor tweaking. Whoops. Okay, let's say this is happy here. I like this result now. So what you do is you give it a better topology by zero measure it one more time. Okay, and then you go ahead and give it some thickness. Now some of the topology can be even tweaked a little bit more like this, right? If you don't like that, because if you do hard surface modeling, this might not be ideal. But I don't think this is the final topology anyways, so you can either choose to do that, like you can merge those two together by using the stitch, click on that and that to, you know, stitch them together to get better topology, or you can just ignore that because I'm going to re-topologize it later anyways. I'm going to go BZM again, and then I'm going to use Z mesher, right? Z modeler, and I'm going to Q mesh it out. So I'm going to Q mesh this guy. Oh, Q mesh actually all polygons to do that. Okay, now go to the other side, change the target to poly flat element, and click there. This is going to extrude to the other direction the same amount, and then I can go use the delete edge loop complete, right? So to delete this edge loop. And now that's gonna give me a fully symmetrical, you know, geometry on this direction, front and back direction. All right, let me also go holding down Alt and select the faces in the middle. Right, that's the faces I want to extrude out my blade with. So I'm gonna Q mesh that out and press Alt button once to give it a new poly group. Oops, don't need that. I'll click there and extrude out that. Okay. I like that color. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is Control Shift and click on my thickness here. Whoops, and also that part. So you can Control Shift and click on there, right? Control W to give them a group. Mask these guys so that I can just squeeze this part in to create that blade. And I can of course turn on this symmetry here and use the Z direction this time and drag these guys inwards like that. Okay, by using scale, I guess. Right, and here maybe I can change how the blade looks like by doing that. Okay, so this is the blade part of this weapon. Oops, it's not symmetrical. Sorry about that. I guess I just need to use move and click there, holding down Alt, click there, and holding down Alt, click on that reset orientation. Then I can move them in. That's gonna be guaranteed to be symmetrical, and then I can you know, drag things around. I can even change the blade, you know, the thickness changing down the way so that it's not the same. Maybe I can change the edge also a little bit. Alright, so this is also the designing stage, right? And I'm doing those blades, but I'm also thinking like how they looks like, choosing different faces and do the extrusion. I don't have a reference or anything, just trying to design it myself. Of course, I did look some image before. I just don't want to completely follow those guys. Just have some insight of what they should look like. Alright, so this is the blade part. If you press D button and take a look, they looks ugly, right? You want to then tighten some of the edges up by using insert edge loop or bevel. So I'm going to use Z modeler, right? I can use the bevel here, take a look, and I can bevel this edge to, you know, have some tightening right there. Alright, I can probably also do that on this edge. Oh, actually that's actually need a edge loop here. Insert edge loop, complete single edge loop, so that I can have some edge loop to tighten those guys up. This can be actually over here at the back and the bottom. Okay, and here here I'm gonna bevel it, I guess, or I can use the creasing Oh, it's actually being tightened up already. Let's take a look. Oops. So this is what I have now. Not bad. Maybe just do some minor tweaking here and there, and tighten the blade up too. Okay, so this is basically the blade. I'm basically doing box modeling more or less in this case, but it works in ZBrush. Okay, now using the modeler brush. So just tweaking the edge a little bit more. Alright, so let's say this is the blade that I want to go for my weapon. Maybe I can do something down here later on for another part. In this stage, everything is possible, right? I'm not limited to what the shape looks like. But the good thing about designing it in ZBrush than drawing, which drawing could have huge benefits on iterations you can go for, because you can just draw and erase and draw and erase. And the good thing about 3D designing is that you have 360-degree shape that's all designed, and that's the good part about designing in 3D. Okay. Anyway, so this is gonna be the first tutorial about this hard surface blade, and then in the next tutorial I'm gonna go on to more maybe how the handle should look like and other parts until I have all the hard surface part done, and then we can start doing some detailing. Okay, see you next time.